Hello everybody, and welcome back. I'm Christo, and this is Episode 1, Run 1, Ragnarok Brutal Mode. We're doing army innovations. Military stuff-wise, forget the navy for a minute. I think we need... We do need some panzers. We do need some opal blitzers. I'm tempted to abandon the air. We definitely don't want that. Do we abandon the air or not? We don't have rubber. The other option from abandoning the air is we build anti-air guns to negate their ability to fight us in the air. The thing about abandoning the air is I don't think minor nations really build planes. And I don't think the US would deploy their planes against me, or Japan. Or Italy. No, it's too many planes though, isn't it? So I think we switch off into our artillery and start researching anti-tank instead. Britain and France will deploy planes against us by crap. I think, for like hell, I mean, yeah, I think having some support AA will be enough. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Now, anything we're not producing right now? Oh, we already have towed anti-air. That's anti-tank. I just started researching. I'm an idiot. Go back to this. Yes, thank you, chat. Towed anti-air. Okay, okay. Now let's take a look at our infantry. We want to put support anti-air. Recon's essential, just for the movement speed, basically. The defense is also good. And we want this. We can't afford that. So if we do this... What, we put a line artillery in? Or do you think no line artillery just so we're more defensive? I think one line artillery is a good choice. That's what we're going to go with for now. This is 9-1. No hospitals? They are expensive on motorized, but I mean, our manpower is going to be such a problem. And they're really useful for retaining... Well, no, if you just play smart, you don't need hospitals. You don't need them on the defensive. So if we're doing that, we should do this. In fact, more. We should do this. This is a 13-1. Do you reckon we could deploy enough of these? Because, I mean, look at these stats. They've got nice defense. You probably wouldn't be able to afford them anyway. Yeah, you're probably right. So this actually uses 0 motorized. This template. Oh, and we're going no gamey, by the way. Which means no tanks in our infantry template. This is... I mean, it's not that expensive. Well, let's duplicate. We're going to make a 13-1 template to start with, and we'll see if we can afford it. How expensive are these? 60 production cost is not very much. The 80 from that hurts a bit. The combat width, by the way, in case you weren't here just before when we were testing, the combat width is not much of a concern. Because... the base combat width in a one-on-one tile engagement is 231. 231. We could fit freaking 7 of these things. Save that. Now, the Panzer Division, when we get some Army XP... I think we want our Panzer Division to look something like this. With the anti-air. What do you think? That's what I reckon. Chat suggesting heavy tanks? I'm not sure that would help. It's true, I will not have any chromium. Or tungsten. Well, we will. Sweden will be our first after we establish this line, and after we hold this line. Sweden, Norway will be our first targets because of the tungsten, and because they're one of the easier ones to get. Okay, now knowing that this is our target, we've got to think about this when we allocate stuff. Now we could do this mathematically. The production cost of infantry equipment that we need for one of these divisions is 1,300. No, that's not right. 50 times 13. What is that? 1,000. Wait. 650, right? So that's 650 cost needs to be on this. Is that right? I mean, I need... Where's my phone? I'm going to... It says there. Where? Oh, can you hover here? No. That'd be nice if you could hover here and then see all the different production costs. Maybe there is some place you can do that, in which case... Or can you do it here? No. That would be really handy. Alright, I'm getting a calculator out. We're doing this serious-like. So we've got 13 times 50. It is 650. Okay, so we need... You know what? It does it right above equipment cost? What are you talking about? Next to combat stats? Yeah, no, it tells you the equipment cost. This is the number of infantry equipment. I need the production cost of that number of infantry equipment. I'm going to do this seriously. I'm getting a freaking spreadsheet out. Okay, so inf equipment. 13 times 50. Okay. Now, next item. So this is the other ones that are harder to calculate because they're not always the same thing. There's a tiny bit, basically an insignificant amount of infantry equipment goes in here. So let's call that 125 all support equipment. And the same on this one. So that's 125. Okay, this is 125. This is really engaging. Plus 60. Support equipment, and then in here there's no support equipment. Okay, so that's 185 production that needs to go towards support equipment. Artillery, we need 42 plus 126. That's 42 plus 126. That's 168. Okay, so assuming this is all we're building, we need to spend so we need a ratio, basically. So here, let me just show you what I'm doing here. So these are the costs, right, of one of our infantry divisions. What we want is a ratio of these to each other. So it's basically 6.5 to 2 to 2 is what we can call it, right? And then we slightly underdo it. Well, let's call it 6 to 2 to 2. That's pretty close, isn't it? How do you calculate ratios between numbers? Yeah, how do you calculate ratios in Google Sheets? Ratio formula. There is a ratio formula. Nice. Okay, so how do you do this? Oh, that's way too complicated. Nah, that's too complicated. So yeah, I reckon the ratio for this template is about 6 to 2 to 2. So what we're going to do, don't look at my desktop, it's private, is what we're going to do is go 6 to 2 to 2. So if we go 12 on these, I need 4 on this, 4 on this. Oh wait, how much did we have in anti-air? 80. Did I calculate this wrong? I added support. Yeah, I just forgot the anti-air. So this is 80. Okay, 6 to 2 to 2 to 1 is the calculation, roughly, for this template. 6 to 2 to 2 to 1. So like that. That's balanced. And we don't need any Opal Blitzers, which lets us put a little bit of rubber on just a meager amount of fighters in an attempt to do a little bit of intercept missions. No oil, forget tanks. There's not no oil. Running a couple of tank templates to plug gaps might not be the worst thing in the world. But I agree. Forget tanks. Okay. So let's say we went up another 6. 2, 2, 1. And then another. And then we can't quite complete the others. So we'll do that. That's about balanced for building our particular kind of template. Good. Frustrating that they didn't have a flat cannon already in production. Okay, so I think that maths, yeah, that maths works out. Now, on ships. It would be a waste to not let them finish the current ones, and we can always delete them to get the resources back. So I say we finish them, because it might be the case that we can hold off the Soviet and Swedish navies. And the, you know, Latvian and Polish and all that. Well, not Polish, because we're going to take Danzig. If we can hold off the Swedish, Finnish, and Soviet Baltic Navy, then we can hold the Baltic. And obviously having naval supremacy over the Baltic would be very useful. Okay, decisions available. We do not need to increase Dutch trade. We could do this and get our stability up. But stability, what, goes down by 30 when you're at war, right? We could also do some anti-democratic raids. Which we might want to do those. Or even press censorship. Could be good for the stability from party popularity. Definitely don't want to do that. We may want to do this at some point, but not early on, I don't think. So we get some chromium. We will definitely want to extend the MIFO bills. Remind me what MIFO bills give us? Yes, because we're probably going to build... Well, just for the consumer goods, apart from anything else. We definitely want to extend those. We'll only have to extend them once before the war is declared. Is this still for YouTube? Yes, it is for YouTube. But I'm going to talk to chat a little bit because I need the advice in this one, honestly. Yeah, so the Thuringen, chromium, and tungsten mines will get developed. Now, what's the first investment? Could get a captain of industry and really chunk out forts. I guess one strategy is to not do this aggressive play and just chunk out forts on the existing border. But I think that would be foolish. I think we want an industrial concern right out of the gate. But I'm open to ideas. We could also, obviously, you know, the silent workhorse makes it's the long-term investment. We're only going to get another, you know, 360 odd, whatever, 420 odd political power. And I think we definitely have to get army offense, infantry, and regrouping. That's all of the political power, basically. So we got time for one thing. We could get the cheap captain of industry. Or even the war industrialist, depending on what we want to build. I agree, silent workhorse was not be smart. We could also free trade. But the 80% I think is just too much. I mean, it's really nice boosts. But we would then be looking at already having a tungsten deficit. You aren't going to be building civs. It's probably true. Refineries we might, though. You're going to be screwed on steel. Yeah, the problem is going to be this area on steel, so this might be one of the early areas we have to take back. But if we can kill these guys early, that'll give us some steel. We've got a lot of steel for now, like 214. And if we weren't spending any on ships, it would be a lot less. I think it is an industrial concern to get going really early. Yeah, on steel, we'd be screwed if we did free trade. So what do we build? Do we want forts? I think we definitely want forts on this line. Level 3s, I think. How long would that take? Okay. That would take... till the 5th, and then to the 15th. It'll take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It'll take 4 months to get that done. Ouch. That's pretty tough. Go closed economy? Not yet, though. I think... I mean, how fast can we get these built? 1 a month? I think we bang out mills in the 100% infrastructure zones. That's what I think. I'm open to suggestions. The other option, obviously, is synthetic. It's tough. It's tough. We don't need to... Well, the oil is the thing, but I agree, we don't necessarily need... I think this is the thing to do. We'll do level 2 forts on this line. That takes... that'll take 2 months to build a level 2 fort line there. Okay. Let's get our guys in training. As many as we can. And... Well, the other option from training that we couldn't train more guys, or we could switch... Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to do one more test thing, I think. This is a test start. With this plan, how many divisions can I deploy in what time? Like, if we just do this and then speed 5. And let's turn off the AI just so it goes really fast. Build forts, and you get an extra fort line with the Sedaten. We're not going to hold the Sedaten, though, is the thing. But basically, yeah, I just want to know whether we can get enough guys out to do Anschluss in time. And I'm prepared to run a test. But I realize YouTube probably doesn't like tests, so I'm going to end this episode a little bit early for YouTube. And then you can see us next episode when we know that, and we're ready to kick into it. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.